my plays, I have no idea if this is our episode. It's my episode. It's definitely our episode. Welcome back to the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl Randomized Cagelocke series with British Eagle. How's it going? How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm a little sick, so you guys for the next, this episode and the next 3 will hear me kind of sniffle and stuff, but just a little cold, no COVID, nothing like that, just,
Whoa, are you sure?
No,
I'm not.
Isn't,
we need social distance. You're literally there. I don't want to catch it.
That was too close for comfort. But yeah, no, just a little sick. I'm fine. But yeah, I'm doing good otherwise. Not too bad.
Good.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah. How are you doing?
I'm not too bad at all. I don't know why. We're both stood here as if this is a race when it's
can't
not.
do anything.
We can literally go and start doing things. But first things first. Let's have a look at this new team. So it's not massive. So it's not a massive overhaul.
No, not at all. So
okay.
for those, so we're gonna kind of take this a little slow at the start of this episode. We're gonna do a team recap because I did some grinding off screen. I'm not showing you guys my box, not because I don't want to show you guys, because I don't want to show Hoenn. I may have evolved a bunch of mons. I may have got some cool abilities, some new moves, all kinds of things like that. Nice. So even though it doesn't look like I did grinding on this team, you guys will see. But my team right now is Silver Moon. We've got Cum. We've got Sevens, Winona, Spawns, the all-time classic Spawns, and Shelly. Not Shelly, Shelly.
Oh my god,
there's only one L.
Missing out.
I keep missing a letter.
Oh god. Oh, and over on my team, we've got Genwana, the Hypno. We've got Tusky, the Mamo Swine. Yeah, that's right, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
OBS, the Palkia, Truant, the Slacking, Oh No, the Ho-Oh, and Drapion. Drapion doesn't have a nickname, and I don't know why.
Did you catch it in the underground and just, forget
maybe.
to name the Pokemon?
I need to, but I don't know how you change the nickname in this game. I don't know if you do.
There's a name raider in... thought it was Veilstone.
Okay.
I don't think it is, though. That's the place where you...
Is it Canalave, or is that the Move Learner? That's the Move Learner, isn't it?
No, now. I'm not entirely sure. I really don't remember.
Look at me with my Gen 4 knowledge. I know the name of towns.
Dude, yeah, you got it, man. You're nailing it. Yeah.
I'm so proud of myself.
Crushing it.
Oh, look, it's Barry. Hey, Barry, how's it going, mate?
Actually, it's British, so if you could get my name right, that'd be great. Deoxys. Jesus, starting out strong here. Ooh, uh-oh. I got Yanma on my screen. Oh, no.
Which form is...
Better
okay.
Yanma into...
Oh, I'm okay. Look at the level difference. Look at the level.
Why is my game running slow? Hold on.
Mine is as well. Don't worry about it. It's
okay.
I think it's literally the background going on. There's it's quite intense, isn't it? So Toxic Spikes.
I don't think we talked about this. Or we turned off the animations, right?
We did. We both turned off. So the reason we both turned off animations was just to get through parts of the game a little bit quicker.
It's used.
Oh what?
It's using. It's used. Supersonic, Double Team, and Detect now. Okay,
not messing around.
Okay, I landed. All right, there we go. Thank God. All right.
Palkia. By the way.
Wow. This Yanma has Mummy, so it got rid of my parental bond.
Ooh.
That's crazy.
Your team levels are looking a lot better now, aren't they?
They are, definitely. There's a bunch of mons in my box that are mid to late 30s. Yeah. So I definitely have some good backups. Okay. The reason I'm running with this team is because there's 3 trusty Pokemon that I can use here.
Yeah.
Which is obviously the Mach, the Meganium, and the Silver Moon. Oh, okay. So I'm sticking with them, and then the back 3 are to evolve Kadabra, to evolve Skyla, or the Swablu, sorry, and then evolve the what was the other mon? Whatever else I have there. So.
Okay.
So yeah, so not too bad, The grinding was good. I got a lot of money. Oh crap, I forgot. Oh, it's an execute. I should be fine. I definitely forgot about how much money I needed. So I went into the trainer battles and the grinding, which we agreed we could do. Yeah. And really, Synthesis, really. But anyway, I did the grinding, and it was great because I battled all the trainers. For those of you that don't know, because I've already told Hoenn this, I battled the trainers west of Pastoria City. So I was able to go through the marsh, get some items, and defeat a ton of trainers. And I had the incense thing on Muck, so I was able to get a little bit extra money as well. Nice. But I was really low on cash. It was not looking great.
This guy isn't messing around. He knows what he's doing. Oh.
Yeah, so it was, it's definitely better now, so thankfully I got some more money, but...
Nice, right, okay, very, very good. I mean, I need to heal up, because half my team's already poisoned after that battle. I'm not happy about this. Like, at all.
Also, did you say, I'm sorry, I'm kind of blanking. Did you already say why we turned off the animations?
Mainly just to speed up the game, to be quite honest with you. I don't think anyone wants us to get to, like, 40-odd episodes, so the animations just help to speed it up just that little bit. I don't think it makes a huge difference. Like, it's up to us. Just
it might in the long run, in terms of how long, like, it may cut down how much time we spend on some of these episodes.
Sorry, I meant, like, in terms of, like, just gameplay. It just, other than time, it doesn't really make a difference. As long as we're keeping track of, like, what moves are being used, we're not going to get, caught out, are we? Well, hopefully we're not going to get caught out.
Hopefully not, yeah.
So, this is something that I do need to bring to everyone's attention. I'm going to add a counter to the layout about how many times you have boxed Winoa, because Winoa has been in and out of your team so many times. I have to keep adding that mon on the layout, off the layout, and to be quite honest with you, I'm sick of it. So can you just leave it on the layout from now on? Because that'd just be one of your 6.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it for now, mainly because the fact... Oh my god, already?
Psychic!
Wow. Goodbye, confusion.
Broken.
So one of the reasons I've added her back on now, or I've added Winona back on now, is because I do want to get it to 35 and be able to finally get it to evolve to see what ability it gets and things like that. So I think it'll be interesting. We'll see. But But yeah, so do you mind if I kind of talk to everyone about what we agreed on in the call the other day?
Go for it.
So, so guys, just to let you know, so I think it was like, what, 2 episodes ago or however long ago it was.
2 episodes.
Hoenn got a... Nidorina gets water absorbed? Wow. So 2 episodes ago, Hoenn and I discussed, or Hoenn used a heart scale on his slacking and got Yawn. Yawn, while it didn't impact the actual battle, the actual cage match, when we did it where my Quagsire died, I think it was, or the Amistar, whichever one, even though it didn't impact that long-term, that heart scale getting, or giving a heart scale to him helps out quite a bit long-term, because Yawn could be really good in the final fight, or, you know, just whenever, right? Yawn also helps with catching Pokemon, things like that. So the thing that I brought up to Hoenn was... oh my god, dude, I can't believe
what is going on here?
I keep getting stuck in these battles, and it's so annoying. Because I just don't have a Palkia with Lustrous Orb on it.
I'm not even using the Palkia.
I know, and that's the worst part. But basically, what I'm trying to say is the heart scale, to me, seemed a little bit broken, right? So if it's not a fair thing for both of us to be able to easily access heart scales, I felt like it was a little unfair for us to just kind of get a heart scale and teach a lot of really good moves without the threat of sending a Pokemon into battle. And at the end of the day, can you just die, Nidorina? Really? Sorry, guys. So that's the whole point of the cage lock, right? Is that you risk sending a Pokemon in to earn a perk. And that perk should be typically a TM to get a new move. So what Hoenn and I talked about, and it sounds like we both agreed on this, is that moving forward, obviously nothing changes with slacking. He still obviously gets Yawn. The heart scale still counts, all that fun stuff. However, what I would say is that in the future, when you get a perk of TMs, that also applies to heart scales. So heart scales can be used as a same perk as TMs. So that now kind of gives a little bit more of a, oh, okay, maybe I do want TMs because I picked up an extra heart scale or so. So, it's just something that I felt like was a little unfair if you're not going to send your Pokemon in. Because I guess the example I would give you guys is if I have a really good Mon that I evolved off screen and I keep it in my box, right? I never technically have to send it into a cage match to earn TMs. I can just give it crazy good heart scale moves. If it can learn good moves, obviously. It's not guaranteed. But if I can get good moves, like Hoenn Slacking was able to get Slash, it could have got Yawn, Focus Punch, like a ton of moves, right? And so I felt like if we merged them into one, it made more sense. Sorry, I know that's a long ramble, but
I think you got the gist of it. I think everyone will understand. I'm completely on board with it. At first, I wasn't, and then when me and British got on a call, we hashed it out. I was like, actually, you know what? That does make a lot of sense as to why it makes sense to group those two together. So completely on board with it. By the way, you know, we were like, oh yeah, we'll probably get to like Hearthome like next episode. I've got a feeling I might get there this episode. I'm flying through this part.
I know.
Of the game.
Yeah, it's... Dude, it's really frustrating. Like, I'm not mad at you, obviously, but, like, it is very frustrating that, like, I just can't keep up. Like, also, my game is... I'm going to save it really quick just to be safe.
Is this my encounter? So, once you get the Psyducks, is that a new area? Could you check on the map for me?
Yes, I can check. Let me talk to the Galactic Grunt real quick. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the same route. So, give me 1 second.
Me too, but I just want to confirm. I just want to be safe. So I am literally
it should
over to the right.
So the side
where the blue on the right, where the blue thing is, where the blue town.
The blue town.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about.
And then you go up to
right
the little
here.
dot. So that's Cafe Cabin. What's above Cafe Cabin?
So 210. It's 210.
210. Still 210.
So it doesn't change until we get to Celestic Town. So
Oh,
you won't get a new encounter yet.
Oh, that 210's too big. I'm not.
Tentacruel would have been good. I mean.
Oh, it's got Shadow Tag. Interesting. Doesn't really help me in. Would have been fitting.
It could be useful, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's situational, but
in niche little circumstances, it wouldn't have been too bad.
With the heart scale thing, and one of the things Hoenn and I were talking about was we don't really understand why this was never a thing in, like, the cage matches for the core 4. So, like, they've been doing cage locks for years now. I mean, I've been watching them since, like, I don't know, I guess whenever they started doing cage locks. And the thing I've always noticed is that, yeah, they've done heart scales for all the games that you can use them for. But I guess my example of how lopsided that could be is, like, if Luke gets really good Pokemon and he has a really good knowledge of Pokemon battles, he already has the advantage by just being so knowledgeable at Pokemon. So to get heart scales and then give a slacking, like, strength or some crazy stab move, or, like, Ho-Oh getting, like, you know, I almost said Solar Flare.
Solar
like
Flare!
Dragon Ball Z. But, like, giving it, like, crazy, I don't know, it's always seemed just lopsided to me, and, like, I don't know, it just seems weird that they wouldn't have thought about that playing so many cage locks is where I was going with that. But I guess, I don't know, maybe they don't mind as much. Maybe I don't know, maybe they just, I don't know, maybe I'm just overly competitive and they just don't care and they're just like, whatever.
You say that, but like,
fine.
Funnily enough, it came up on my recommended yesterday. The final cage lock, the final cage match of one of their Dylan and Game Boy Luke's, and Game Boy Luke was like damage calcing in the middle of the final fight, and I'm just like, wait, what?
Really?
Like, I was just like, no, surely, like,
damage calcing. Okay, so
like, no.
I know exactly the best move to use.
Exactly.
I'm literally,
I was just like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, no way. Like the way, like,
what?
It is. I have absolutely enjoyed the fact that we are not doing damage calcs this season. Like, it is just, it's just made it so much better that I don't have to sit there calculating every single mon that you've got, every single mon that I've got, what moves you've probably got, what moves I've got, what TMs I could teach, how much damage each of them do, based on the natures that I might not know and the abilities I might not know. Honestly, it is just infuriating doing that. So I am so happy that we just agreed, you know what, no damage calcs. It just makes it so much easier just going into a battle and thinking, right, okay, I'm just going to go with what my gut tells me, what I think is best, and I'll be happy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking about it today. So I got up super early because Louie's been waking me up at like 6 a.m. recently. He just can't like sleep in at all. So he woke me up super early. I logged into work anyway, which is fine. And when I was up, I was like, oh, well, I might as well start thinking about the cage match because we're going to, battle today. And as I was going through it, I was like, man, this would be such a nightmare if I actually had to, like, calc, like, okay, if he brings this in and does that move, I'll live on this much HP, but then if I can recover by any chance, or if I get a paralysis, or if I, like, it's just too much.
Yeah.
Just too much. It's better to just be surprised, go into the battle, and then give it your best shot and take your time.
Exactly.
That's at least, I like it that way.
I'm glad that we are both completely on board with that. It's
100%.
It makes sense. So, have you been playing any new games lately?
No. Between, I mean, I play a little bit of Madden, NFL Madden football on the side just because, like, I don't know, I'm into football and I like playing it, even though it's a terrible game and they don't make nearly enough updates as they should. The game's horrible, but I play it from time to time to play as my Eagles. But outside of that, obviously I've been recording Chrono Trigger. I've been playing Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order on Twitch.
Oh, how are you finding that?
Oh, I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
It's my second time playing the game, and it's honestly so much fun. I love it.
Yeah.
The game is so good, and I personally think that it is my favorite Star Wars game to date. Like, I love it over... I think there's so many Star Wars games that are overhyped and overrated. That could just be me, but...
Yeah.
But with the Jedi Fallen Order game, and I've already got my encounter on this route, so this is not my encounter. It's dupes anyway. But with Jedi Fallen Order, what I was telling people on Twitch was that the issue I've had with the other Star Wars games is that the lightsaber function is so horrible. Like, it looks like they have the sword, like the lightsaber like this, and they just run into each other. There's no actual motion of, like, swinging. That's how it looks. Like, I've played the other games, and, like, it just looks horrible. I need to put repels on. But it just looks horrible. And so in this, there's actual, like, you can step to the side with the lightsaber and kick them. You can do things where it's just... I don't know, the function and the lightsaber techniques are just so nice. It really is
Someone
good.
described it to me as like Dark Souls Light, which kind of...
Yes, that's what Soul said too.
That makes it sound like the game's crap. It's not. It's a really good game. Really enjoyed it. But I can understand the kind of with the mechanic. It's got the same mechanics as Dark Souls, i.e. when you meditate to rest, it's kind of like resting at a bonfire. The enemies respawn. So I can understand where they were coming from. But honestly, like, I did enjoy it. The only thing, and this is like minor criticism, and this is just like Star Wars games in general, is like I like to play on the harder difficulties. And the lightsaber doesn't feel like a lightsaber. And this isn't that game. This is every Star Wars game that's ever come out with a lightsaber where the lightsaber doesn't cut through people. Like, you hit a Stormtrooper and he's like, oh, and it's just like...
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I see what you mean. It does make the markings on it.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean. It doesn't cut through them. Because if a lightsaber can cut through a door, it should cut through a human body. Yeah, I see what you mean with that. Yeah.
Like, if somebody bought out a mod for that game where it was like instant kill to some effect, like to the point where I want to go back and play it on the easiest difficulty just to have that feeling of I feel like a really overpowered Jedi. But at the same time, what I will say is like that game handles boss fights so well. Like,
well, do you like the lightsaber? So outside of it not cutting people, though,
I loved everything. I loved everything else about that game. I loved everything else. I loved the story. I love the fact that you got to explore new worlds. I love the kind of like hub mechanic where you just fly off to different worlds and you get to explore them and you can go back to them.
And you can re-explore worlds too, which is really nice.
You can. I thought the characters were really good and like the backstory and everything was really good. The fact that, spoilers by the way, so you might want to avoid this, go forward like 10-20 seconds. When Darth Vader appears at the end, and like you can't even fight him. He is so OP. He's lit. Like Vader goes like, "You'll be wise to surrender," and he's just like, "Yeah, you think so?" And then he just like runs, and like as you're running, things are just being moved by telekinesis and everything. It was absolutely amazing.
It's insane. It's so scary and intimidating, and that's what makes that scene so good.
Definitely, I cannot wait for the sequel to that because they've already announced, haven't they? They're doing another one.
Yep.
Fallen Order 2.
I agree with you. Like, everything you just said, 100% agree. Everything about it, to me, is fantastic. But again, to me, I just, even though it doesn't cut through people, literally, the lightsaber mechanics have been the best they've ever been. The fact that if you press the L1 trigger at the right time, it will, when they go to jab you, if you press it or slash or whatever, when you press L1, you can counterattack, and I don't know what the technical phrase is. Parry, yes, thank you. There you go. You can parry them, which then is like, okay, that's pretty amazing. And then you get into like this mini cutscene of like being able to like spin them around and flip them and stuff. It just, they do such a good job with that. And the fact that the lightsabers, like, you have stamina. You have a stamina bar, so if you block too much, you won't be able to block anymore. And then once you're out of stamina, they can just knock you down. It's just so well done. I'm very curious if they do a second game. I would love to see them somehow incorporate, like, and I don't know the age of like the this character, but Ahsoka. I don't know when she comes in, but her coming in would be cool.
So that game's between 3 and 4, isn't it?
Correct.
Yeah. So Ahsoka's around.
Ahsoka's around. That's what I was thinking. And if that's the case, Ahsoka coming in would be cool. Having Ahsoka fight Darth Vader would be sick, like we've seen in the anime and stuff. Like, there's just so many things you could do with the second game.
Have you watched all the Clone Wars then?
I've seen almost all of them.
Okay.
I think there were... it's tough because the Clone Wars is really it can be a difficult watch because the fact that like it's I guess, how do I explain this? It can be a difficult watch because the fact that there are episodes where it's a lot of filler, kind of like anime. It has some filler, and some of it is a little childish, which I get it. I understand. Clone Wars is meant for the kids. Like, totally understand. It just, I don't know. There's some episodes where I'm like, I can hardly watch this.
I can understand that. Funnily enough, I didn't watch Clone Wars. I was aware of it. I remember watching the Clone Wars movie when that came out. I was like, oh, okay, that's all right, I guess. And then I think that just kind of put me off watching watching the rest of the series. And then I have gone back and watched certain episodes, mainly with Darth Maul or Ahsoka in them. And like that final season, I watched a fair few of the final season. Oh my god, it got so dark. Like, in terms of just the story and, like, Order 66. And I really enjoyed some of the later episodes. So I think it's maybe one of those shows that, as it went along, maybe it got slightly more mature with the audience.
Yeah, that's true. It did, yeah. Early on was tough. Yeah. In terms of, like, an adult watching a kid's it wasn't, I don't want to say it was bad, but it just wasn't, some of the episodes weren't as good as they were later on, but
no.
My god, I'm fighting a Kyogre right now.
You'll be okay. Well, wait, has it got Ice Beam at that point?
I don't think it does. I did kill it anyway, but I got a crit, thankfully. But yeah, I was a little concerned though, because that Ice Beam would have been rough, and I'm like, ugh. But the problem is, the trainer poisoned Suicune, and Muck, I mean, Muck would have been okay, but, oh no, it lowered, the Swalot lowered its, special defense, like, harshly, twice, so I was like, let's not do this.
Did you ever play, The Force Unleashed?
I did, and that was a good game. I played, I don't remember if I know I played all of the first one.
Yes.
And then the second one, I don't think I played all of that.
I never played the second.
But I do know the ending of it. And I know what happens. Oh, do I really not have a healing item for poison? Are you kidding me?
Have you not? It'll survive, you know.
I didn't buy one.
If it hits 1 HP, it survives.
Oh, poisoning. There we go. Sorry, never mind. Okay, found it. But yeah, I just oh yeah, let me battle this trainer. Come on, double battle. Heck yeah. I want the money.
Nice.
But yeah, no, I did play The Force Unleashed. I thought those were good games, but again, the lightsaber mechanics weren't amazing for me. But they were good. They were good games. He was overpowered to a point. It was insane. I was like, holy crap.
The amount of stuff that he could do was just like absolutely broken. I think that was that game. Yes, it was focused on lightsaber combat and force mechanics, but it felt like the force mechanics were the things that you wanted in that game. And like I fell in love with that game, like, because the first level you play as Darth Vader on Kashyyyk, just like mowing down Wookiees just to get to this Jedi that's hidden at the end. He's just like Darth Vader, just like
that was insane as an opening.
Everything. And I was like, okay, right, I'm on board with this game. And the story was really good as well. Like, really enjoyed it. It's one of those games where it's not canon anymore either. Like, there's loads of games.
Really?
Yeah, there's loads of games and books that just aren't canon, with them bringing out the sequel trilogy. Yay. Like, that sequel trilogy, Jesus Christ.
It's so bad.
Honestly, like, it's just, it's so, and like, I understand that there's something for everyone in each of those Star Wars films. Like, me personally, I had a couple of issues with the first, The Force Awakens. Yeah, The Force Awakens. Yeah, I had a couple of issues with Force Awakens, but overall, I thought this was a good film. I booked the day off from the.
That one was the best of the three.
It was.
It would be better than the second one they came out with of that.
The
trilogy,
Last Jedi, which I was so hyped for The Last Jedi. I kept watching the trailers. I remember all the reviews coming out literally the day before I went to see it, and all of them were saying, like, best Star Wars film ever. The critics were raving about it.
Which is crazy to say that kind of comment.
Yeah.
Best Star Wars film ever. That's wild.
And then I went into it, and I went with, so I've got a group of mates that we go to the cinema to see, like, Marvel films, Star Wars films together. I just remember, like, at one point I'm sat there, I'm like, is it just me? Am I really bored? And then my mate next to me is just sat like this.
That's sad.
And he's
that's sad. If your friend's sitting like that in a movie for Star Wars, that's a bad sign.
Exactly. And I was just like, okay, right, this film. And then the last one I enjoyed, but only because like it tried to like undo everything from the previous film, which is just crazy to me. But like, how do you purchase Star Wars for billions of pounds, go into the first film without a major plan for the next 3 films, hire 3 different directors, the third of which you then fire and have to bring in the first director. You've got these 2 directors who are basically crapping on one another, trying to one-up one another and everything. And I'm just sat there going,
it was such a mess.
I'm done with Star. Like at that point, I was checked out of Star Wars. I was like, you know what? I'm done with it. I don't really care. Like, it's a shame. And then
it was so bad.
But then the Mandalorian.
Mandalorian was great. I really enjoyed that.
Mandalorian feels like Star Wars. It feels like Star Wars. Love it.
You know, it's funny, like, there are so many problems with that trilogy. Like, one of my issues with the trilogy was that I don't feel like they knew what they were doing with a lot of things. So, like, one of them is that, what was the main male character's name? Finn? Was it? Am I thinking of Finn?
Yeah, Finn was the stormtrooper.
So Finn was great at first. I'm like, ooh, a story of like a stormtrooper.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I can see this being kind of cool. I like this intro. Yeah. He's got the blood on his face. He's scared. But then he gets the Force, kind of, and then he like kind of becomes a Jedi. Like he's never touched a lightsaber in his life, and is fighting Kylo Ren on his own. Kylo Ren has supposedly been trained by Luke Skywalker. And at this point, he'd been kind of trained by Snoke a little bit, it seems like. So you had 2 Jedi Masters or Sith Lords or whatever you want to call Snoke. Spoilers, he's a clone. But, like, if you haven't seen it at this point, I don't know what to tell you. But, like, you've been trained by all these people that are supposed to be really powerful. And you, out of nowhere, as a stormtrooper, pick up a lightsaber and duel him, no problem? Come on. So, some of that stuff was just, nah.
So I completely get where you're coming from. So someone pointed that out to me ages ago, and I went back and watched the fight scene, like, and watching it back, it feels very much like Kylo is toying with Finn. And to be fair, Finn is on the back foot for a lot of that fight.
True. Yeah, he's not pushing upwards.
No,
he's like barely blocking. Yeah, I get that.
But I will say that, like, Kylo Ren could have ended him in like a minute, and he should have ended him in a minute as well. There was no reason for him to like mess around. He just kill him, then get Rey, kill Rey, and then you're off. You're done, you're dusted. Well done.
And to be fair, you are correct about him toying around, not just with Finn. He does toy around with Rey, because like when Rey's running away from him in the woods, because he ends up capturing her in that middle part of the scene. He ends up capturing her, and she's like running away, and she's like, no, get away. And he's like, whatever, I'll chop this down. I'll block your blaster shot. It's fine. Like, he's toying with her too. So I do get that, but I guess my point on the Finn thing is like, he has no experience. Like, imagine picking up this, like, lightsaber. You've never taught... No one's ever taught you how to use it. No. You don't cut yourself. You're able to block attack. He should not be able to block anything. I get that you could try, but, like, if Finn swings, Kylo should have the experience to just be like, nope, there goes your arm. There goes your leg. Up, and you're done. Like, it just... I don't know. And then, okay, the Rey thing. Rey!
Rey! That's all he's known for.
I know, that's all he's named. Literally, it's all he does. But wait. But real quick, going back to Finn, and then I'll let you say your thing, and I'll talk about Rey. With Finn, though, they never give him a lightsaber again.
No, I know.
Why do you give him a lightsaber? And he actually complained about that. He said that, like... He was frustrated because they had this plan for him, then they did nothing with him for the other 2 movies.
Do you know
it felt
why?
like a waste of time.
So
I don't know.
So basically, in Chinese,
I love this chat, by the way.
In Chinese cinema, there are things that the movie companies have to shy away from. Otherwise, they either can't put their film out in China, or it's gonna do worse. So some of the things are like gay and lesbian things. Like, they are just, if you want your movie in China, you are not getting those things in your film. one of the things was...
Or you can, but it won't be approved.
No.
Yeah.
And one of the things is that Finn, the person that plays him, is obviously black.
Yeah, the character.
And like on the, they did him dirty because on the poster over here in the UK and over in America, like he's quite prominent. In the
he's big on that. Yeah,
on the Chinese poster, he's shrunken down and moved to the side just because of the color of his skin. It's an absolute.
Wait, is that really why they? Really?
So my understanding is that basically they couldn't do more of him in the next two films because then it's harder to kind of say, oh, it's not about him and he's a black actor and China isn't going to enjoy that. And it was just bang out of order because like him.
I loved him. I thought he was great in the first one. He would have been great if they didn't push him to the side in the other movies.
I still maintain that in the first film, I think he was the best actor in that film, and the only reason he wasn't the best actor in the next two films is because he was kind of like pushed to the side, and all he became known for was just running around screaming and shouting, "Yay!" over and over again. He just got a bit
over and over.
Oh, it's just like, come on.
And it had nothing to do with his acting skills.
No,
like,
they were
I
great.
thought that he was a good actor.
Yeah,
so
they did him dirty, like absolutely did him dirty in that trilogy. It's absolutely bang out of order. And
it's frustrating.
And Rey, like, it's annoying really because Rey, the person that Daisy Ridley, I maintain, is a good actress. Like she did really well in those films. But like, everyone's heard of the Mary Sue thing. Everybody, and it's like you look at Luke.
Maybe I haven't.
Have you not? So
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, right. Okay, so a Mary Sue in like film is basically like a woman that can just do anything, overcome any obstacle. Like there's no explanation for how good they are, why they're so good, and there is a male equivalent of that in media as well. But people have pointed out like Rey goes through no hardship, she goes through no development. She literally in the first, like a bit like Finn, like in the first film. She suddenly knows how to do mind control powers. She knows how to fly the Millennium Falcon without any issue. She beats Rey. She beats Kylo Ren. Like, literally beats Kylo Ren. Which,
with, like, no training.
Like, on
how?
Which is just, like, crazy. I love the character. I love the actress. But I just, it just goes back to, like, they had no plan with this entire series. They just went into it and did nothing.
Well, and that's the thing, too, is not only did she not have any hardship, not only did she beat Kylo Ren the first time she fights it, or, well, beat is the wrong word. She was able to stand on her own, because she doesn't actually beat him. He just looks like a fool for not being able to take her down easily. But the point is that, you know, he should be able to demolish them, and he doesn't. And it's just kind of, it's definitely sad. But for me, the Rey thing, it doesn't just go, it goes beyond just the fact that, like, she didn't have any hardships. She was so overpowered. And the confusing part about this now is, in the original movies, and I believe it's in the manga, or not the manga, but, like, the books as well, is that the chosen one is Anakin Skywalker.
Oh, yeah.
So you can't then all of a sudden make a new trilogy and go, wait a minute, she's the chosen one. It's like, that's not how this works.
What annoys me with that is the fact that, like, the original 6 films, so the first 3, what I've been told is the first 3 films are Obi-Wan's kind of trilogy. The original films are Luke's trilogy, but overall it's Anakin Skywalker's story. How he's found, how he becomes Darth Vader, and then how he is eventually redeemed at the end of it. And that entire story is just crapped on, because it's like Darth Vader kills Palpatine, he returns to the light side, he restores balance to the Force. Episode 7, the bad guys are back. Oh, okay. Episode 9, Palpatine's back. Okay, right. So what was the whole point of, like, it's just
it almost makes his death irrelevant then at that point.
Exactly.
Like, it's almost like, well, he died for nothing then.
What was the point?
Oh, this isn't bad.
Wait,
this is a good encounter.
Where are you getting that encounter?
You can fish next to the Pokemon Center. Or, like, to the left of the Pokemon Center.
Comatose? Okay.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, he's level 15? Ooh. Why are they so low level? Well...
Oh, and get Surf. Oh, got Surf.
Yeah, why...
Oh. Okay.
I'm surprised it's that low level.
Yeah.
Level 15 in Celestic Town, really?
Ooh,
Huh.
Even
okay.
the quick ball didn't work. Right. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. We are close to the end of the episode, but I'm going to also get mine counter. I want to. Oh, Cyrus!
I can't hurt this thing.
You grumpy old man. Shut off.
Oh, I can go to Winona. Never mind. I'm 5th. Luckily, because it's low level. Swablu can come in. I keep wanting to say Skyla, and it's Swablu. Swablu's the name. It's Swablu. Also, question for you about Kadabra. So Kadabra's level 36, and that's normally when he evolves. But you're saying we wait till 40?
At level 40.
Okay.
At level 40, what we'll do is we will go into PK Hex, change to an Alakazam, and then we'll have a look online for like a random ability generator or something like that. That's probably the only way and the fairest way we can do it. I don't know any other way that we can do that. Oh.
You already have that, don't you?
No, I don't have a Kingler, I don't think.
You don't?
No?
I really would like to catch this I mean, it's grass. I already have grass, so it's not the worst thing in the world if I lose this. I don't have anything to hit this thing with.
Sing, put it to sleep.
Can you he's got comatose, so he's already technically asleep.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
I get Dragon Breath, but I'm 17 levels higher.
Right.
It's...
what have you got on Shelly? Although Shelly's like quad weak to grass.
Shelly's weak to grass, so I'm not really looking to send that in.
What else have you got on your other mons?
I don't have any status moves except Poison Powder, which won't work with 7.
Hyper Voice isn't very strong, but what's
Aqua Voice?
Hyper Voice.
Hyper Voice is 90 power.
Is it?
Yeah, it's 90 power.
What?
Yeah,
Since
look.
when? If they like boosted that at some point.
No, you're thinking of there's Uproar, there's Echoed Voice, Oh crap! I just clicked A. I was showing you Hyper Voice, and then that sucks.
You did. Oh, we get an encounter next to this as well, don't we? In the grass next to Celestic Town.
I wanted to catch that, and I hit X, and I was telling you about it. I'm never telling you anything again.
Yeah, sorry, mate. Right, Kingler's gonna have huge power. I'm calling it now. I'm gonna call him.
It's fine. It wasn't Kingler wasn't great, and also too probably won't train it up. If it's only low, I'm surprised it's 15. I guess it's because the good rod. I guess maybe that's why. Like we don't have the super rod, so if it was super,
get that?
maybe. I honestly don't know. And that is the timer. So yeah,
never come in handy. Yeah,
that's not great.
Not exactly what you want in a single playthrough, is it? Right. Okay. I think it is my channel, so. Thank you. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, then please do use your YouTube thing and smash the like button down below. Next episode, probably a cage match, so you're not going to want to miss that. So go to the other person's channel and make sure you subscribe. So
whoever's it is.
So thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, blah, blah, blah. Until next time, remember to flex your inner geek. See ya.